Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I'm making another Foia video because I've had two people. I've made tons of them, but I've had two people in a past week, one that's a YouTube subscriber and one that's here locally that's experiencing more Charlotte County Sheriff corruption. I just wanted to show you how easy it is and give you an example of what a FOIA request is. These are all the emails I sent it to. This is PUNTA, GORDA, and Charlotte County. You got to contact them. They'll tell you who. It's usually like records at whoever, but I'm sending it to everybody to make sure it gets there. And then the FOIA request is this easy. FOIA request, Freedom of Information Act. Request to have these emails searched in your computer system. So that's what I'm doing. I'm doing a search of these emails because there's a bunch of rich people that did a road rally, and we were put on the list, and we believe Punta Gorda Police and or Charlotte County Sheriff had something to do with it. So we found all the road rally list, and we're having them do a search in their computer system for these emails, and we want the emails of those emails, so then we can find out who from the Punta Gorda Police and or Charlotte County Sheriff told them to put us on the list. Because in Charlotte County, you gotta have a, if you want no trespassing, you gotta have it posted every 100 feet. And then we got 17 cameras and microphones outside too, because I run Charlotte County COPWATCH and they hate me. But so then you can get to post that sign too. So these rich pricks were driving around on a Sunday, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, taking pictures and writing down everything that each sign said. It was insane. And the two people that headed up that rally said that nobody from the Wingo Police or Charlotte County Sheriff told them to do it, but yet I already got a response to this. I'm going to show you the chain of letters here. That yes, there is a bunch of these people that do have contact with people at the Charlotte County Sheriff, and it must be good because they won't give me the emails even though I asked for them, which is also legal. So it's a fun situation. Also remember to when you make a request, make up a Gmail fake email like fuck you, bite me, Richard Head, whatever. And because you do not have to give them your name, your address, your phone, or anything, because when you do, they will investigate you even more. So anyways, so yeah, these are all the emails I had them do a search for. These are all the rich people here in Punta Gorda, Florida. So that's the problem that we have here, is that we got a bunch of cops, sheriffs, military, FBI, that's why they're all bootlickers here, because they think this military police state is fine, and it's not. So here's a chain of emails that you're going to be getting. Like this one is from Punta Gorda. Okay, she's received the email, and they'll get back to me later. So that's a confirmation, because they have to do a confirmation to you within a reasonable time. Here's a one from Charlotte County. Here's a confirmation right here that they got it, and they'll get back to you in a reasonable amount of time. And reasonable amount of time is interesting. I believe down here, if you find a FOIA lawyer, you can make it stick to like 2 to 3 weeks, and I think a month at the longest. And then you can literally sue them for not getting back to you. And then they have a stupid question, do you want them all searched? Of course I want them all searched, because that's why I wouldn't send them all. So anyway, sometimes this can happen too. Here's an invoice. Supposedly a half hour is for free. Now they've been doing this for 4 years, they're getting to be total dickheads. They're charging me more and more all the time, which is illegal. That's why we're looking for a FOIA lawyer. So like in this document or invoice, it's $20, and we already got a federal case going against them because Robert Tuck illegally looked me up from the Charlotte County Sheriff, took that information from the David system, which is everything, and put it on LEOAFFAIRS chat room, which is their chat room for Charlotte County. Which 500 sheriffs could see, and I mean they put my name, my number, everything there. It was insane. So we're gonna sue them, federal court, 1983 case, and we're just trying to find, and it's continued harassment. Like I said, that's what we believe this is. So like one of the people here in near me, he wanted to ask me how to do the FOIA search because he got busted by a Charlotte County Sheriff who's charging him with drunk driving DUI, but he never blew in a a blood test. They never did a blood test, and they're still trying to charge him with it. They have no proof, and they've proved that the sheriff has lied. He's had to spend $5,000 on a lawyer so far, and then he's got proof that sheriff's lies. So he did a FOIA request to get his personnel file and IA reports, internal investigations, and it must be good because they want to charge him $50. Usually that's a sign when there's a bunch of stuff in there that they don't want you to see. They're going to be redacting some of it. They cannot redact all of it. And they emailed him back and they said, send them money with the CD so he can burn it, which is a bunch of crap. Basically, they're telling him to do that because they're trying to find out his name, address, and everything. And that's bull crap. I said, all you got to do is go there in person to the nearest substation, and use your email as your ID. So he made up a BS email, and that's his ID. And so he went there today, made the deposit, and like I said, if it's that much money, that means, wow, this guy is corrupt. There's a bunch of stuff in his file, and they got to redact some of it. So when we get that file, I am going to make a video of it because this sheriff is dirty, man. He's trying to ruin this guy's life on a DUI. And they don't even have proof of it. No, didn't blow, and he didn't do a blood test. So, wow. No victim, no crime. So this is the part in my request here where they actually, they don't always do you right in the FOIA request. They've been doing this for 4 years. They know if I ask for the emails in their system, I want the emails. This idiot sent this request back. Okay, these emails are. She didn't give me the freaking emails for those emails. So now we're in a big fight over this. They won't respond. So there again, that must mean there's something good in there because I'm going to find out who told them to do it, and they don't want to cough it up. So we're trying to figure out other ways to get in it. Once we start the federal case, we can they have to cough it up no matter what, but I'm trying to do what I can right now. But so this is FOIA request, and like I said, this is proof right here that there's a bunch of people in that road rally that knew people. This is just a Charlotte County sheriff that knew some of these rich people from the road rally. So I can't wait to get the emails, and that is a FOIA request. I highly recommend everybody use it. They investigate you every day being a road pirate for victimless crimes, man. They violate your rights constantly. It's time for you to investigate them. In fact, I knew something was wrong because I knew a Charlotte County sheriff here. And one day I asked him, I was friends with them, now we freaking hate each other's guts like you have no idea hate each other's guts. Because I knew him for 2 years and all the crap that he told me, I was like, man, you guys are freaking corrupt. And one day I said, what if we investigate you? And he got up out of his chair and he says, no, you shouldn't do that, man. No, you can't do that. And that's right there is when I knew how corrupt these bastards were at the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office. So I highly recommend everybody do FOIA requests. Everybody have COPWATCH in their local police department area, in the sheriff's area, state trooper area. We need COPWATCH everywhere because they fuck with you every day. You have the right to investigate them right back. And if you don't hold them accountable, it's only going to get worse.
To get information under the FOIA, typically you must make a FOIA request. Now this is a written request in which you describe the information you want and the format you want it in as much detail as possible. You should be aware that the FOIA does not require agencies to do research for you, to analyze data or answer written questions, or to create records in response to your request. Finally, you should know that the FOIA requires that federal agencies release certain information automatically without the need for you to make a request. So before you send in that FOIA request, it's a good idea to look at agency websites first and see what's already available online. The time it takes to respond to each request varies depending on the complexity of the request itself and the backlog of requests already pending at the agency. In some circumstances, the agency will be able to respond to the request within the standard time limit established by the FOIA, which is approximately 1 month. In other instances, more time may be needed before the request can be completed. When an agency requires an extension of time, it will notify you in writing and give you an opportunity to modify or limit the scope of your request. Alternatively, you may agree to a different timetable for the processing of your request. Under certain conditions, you may be entitled to have your request processed on an expedited basis. The websites for each agency can provide more information on this process.
Hey Sheriff, we have a question about why your office, your intelligence division, is investigating private citizens for criminal investigation that happen to be activists that are overseeing your department. Why would you have your intelligence division investigate private citizens? We have done...
for life hating so much.
Sir, we don't hate anyone. We love freedom and we love American people. And government is out of control. That's why you're seeing such a revolt nationwide. Why can't you just answer, why is Susan Edwards, your intelligence division, investigating private citizens? This should not happen.
Are you here to apply for a job?
Possibly I might be applying for a job, but that's irrelevant to my question. Why would you ask that question?
Well, enjoy the fair.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Excuse you?
Excuse me, sir.
So those of you that haven't
Wow.
been on a bike before, we're
Sheriff's
just
getting a little too pushy.
is
You
the
work
hard
for
part
us, Sheriff.
in
Just
keeping
keep that in
up.
mind. At one time we respected you, but not with that type of attitude.